Yes, folks, this is how deluded Keir Starmer is. He reckons he can win the next election, and he's already looking forward to another term as Prime Minister. I mean, how deluded does the guy have to be to think that? How out of touch? I mean, I tell you what, folks, this guy is out of his mind, isn't he? He is so low in the polls, and by far probably the most disliked and unpopular Prime Minister ever. The economy is struggling. The corruption and the scandals, they're stacking up. In some polls, Farage is just trailing by 1 point, where in others, Labour are third. There is absolutely no way this little wanker is going to get another a term. He won't make it until the end of this term. I honestly believe that. The guy makes watching paint dry seem exciting. There's more chance of Margaret Thatcher coming back from the dead and winning the next general election than he does. Does he really think he's doing that good a job? Does he? I mean, who's telling him he's doing a great job and that he should go and campaign for another election where he could possibly win? Wow. There's always that kid in school, in your class, isn't there, who thinks they're really popular, but they're not. They only pick him for their team when you play football during playtime because he owns the football. That's Keir Starmer. Does he really think the pensioners he's taken the winter fuel allowance from are going to vote for him? Does he really think the waspy women are going to vote for him? Does he really think the people who have lost their jobs due to Ed Miliband's insane net zero policies are going to vote for him? Does he think the people who are against mass immigration to this country are going to vote for him? Surely the only people now who'd vote for Keir Starmer if there was an election tomorrow would be grooming gangs and train drivers. He must have yes men. He must be surrounded by them to tell him he's doing a great job and the public love him. I mean, that's the only explanation. Because nobody loves him. Nobody. He is a horrible, lying, duplicitous, deceitful, two-faced, bland Marxist who should never ever have stepped foot into 10 Downing Street, has no place governing a nation. A guy who has put foreigners and foreign countries before his own. He is universally disliked and he honestly thinks he can win the next general election. I mean, it's beyond me. It really is. Who at this point would vote for Labour? Anyone? Because if you do, you're voting to prolong the war in the Ukraine. You're voting to give away British taxpayers' money to the Ukraine, to foreign climate alarmists and the ones at home, Ed Miliband, for example. You're voting to ban fossil fuel cars in 2030 and make electric cars compulsory. You're voting to ban free speech in pubs. You're voting to ban the criticism of that religion of getting away with everything. I mean, you're even voting for a man who doesn't know what a bloody woman is, for heaven's sake. He is glazed, ladies and gents, in corruption and scandal. A hardcore Marxist giving a mild version of Marxism here in the UK. This is nothing compared to the poor people who suffered it in Eastern Europe back in the day. But it's heading that way. Free speech is being curtailed under him. Freedom of expression. The guy means to micromanage and control it all, and it can't happen. It really can't happen. He won't win the next election. He won't make it until the end of his term, I promise you. This guy has pissed off too many people. And his delusion here, that's his great weakness. The fact that he thinks he's doing all right when he's not. That's a massive weakness, and they must play it against him. Whoever's thinking of rebelling against him, of course, in the Labour Party, if you're watching. Whatever next? Does he think he can be the next King of England, perhaps? Who knows what this guy's thinking? But I'm really, really looking forward to his downfall, as I'm sure many of you are as well. And there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching. Please remember to hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And if you have, well, I love you long time. And I'll see you at my next video. Take care of yourselves and Roger Trout.